Hello everybody, it is Dusty Sage with MiceChat.com here at the merriest place on earth, Big Thunder. No, Disneyland, of course. Train going by right behind me now. So I know many of you are blocked out of the park unless you are the kind of person that just buys regular tickets. You can't get into Disneyland right now, so I'm going to take you on a walk through the park today. And would you like to know who's joining me today?
I'm glad I caught you. I got something for you.
What is it?
They're the cookies that you've been wanting.
Ooh, we're gonna have some cookies. All right, everybody, I'm gonna turn this around and then we're going to walk through the park, talk about what you can expect in the new year, and there's lots of things to see. We're gonna go to both parks today. It's a holiday extravaganza.
You're not even gonna do them the dignity of showing them what the cookie is?
Yeah, let me see the cookies.
Look at that.
Oh, those look good. Those are the new cookies from the
Harbor
Galley over by Haunted Mansion. They're sort of a social media sensation. The first day they came out, they sold out almost instantly. So we had to go today and get some. Honestly, folks, we've already tried them. But we brought them over so that you could see them. I'm going to have Nathan try one for you. So Nathan, while we're just walking here down Big Thunder Path, and I'll show everyone what the wait times look like, because it's busy today. Even though it was torrentially raining earlier today, it's completely cleared up. You can see that the sky is, well, the sun is setting, but it's blue.
Are we gonna stay for fireworks tonight?
Oh, I don't think so, because they've been canceling them almost every night.
What a way to bring in the holiday proper.
Every night, the street is packed with people waiting hours for the best spot for fireworks. And every night, they've been canceled, almost every night, and they just do the snow show. And snow is great, but if you've got kids with you and you've been waiting for an hour and a half or 2 hours or 3 hours, it's a disappointment. All right, Nathan, show us that cookie.
This is the cookie, a little tiny one.
But they come 6 to a bag.
6 in a bag.
And they're about $6, right?
Yeah,
they come warm.
$6.50.
So this was warmer about 15 minutes ago when we bought it, but it's still soft on the inside.
Melty chocolate chips.
Like homemade cookies.
Do I have chocolate everywhere?
No.
I feel like I just smeared it around.
You like it?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
I mean, it's not like a Gideon's cookie that are like amazing, but considering that they're readily available, they're hot and fresh, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I really liked it. So I have a question for you. People are going to want to know, where have you been?
Where do you think I've been?
Well, I know you've been at school, but they don't know that. So why don't you tell everybody where you're going to school-ish and what you're doing in school? And
Well, I'm going to the school of Hard Knocks. Or that's what I tell
aren't
people.
we all?
I'm getting a master's degree in struggle busing. No.
Real quick, this is Big Thunder over here, about a 60-minute wait. They've got it listed as 55 right now, but the queue is absolutely packed. All of the rides have had really long waits this evening. Earlier today it was empty here because of the rain, but long lines for the rides. But as you can see, the walkways aren't too bad, so this is what park reservations do for you. Longest waits are right around 90 minutes for Rise of the Resistance and Indiana Jones, and the other e-tickets are about an hour, and then the smaller rides are about 45 minutes. So not terrible for the week of Christmas. So again, Nathan, you've been performing a lot lately, and you're an opera singer.
I am. I have been doing a master's program at San Diego State. It's keeping me very busy and doing lots of performing. Lots of caroling. Caroling is fun.
Caroling is fun. Do you know the lyrics? Or you make them up?
I have to be careful with what I'm going to say.
Uh-huh. You're going to get himself fired.
Never do the same show twice. For better or worse.
I grew up in a family where none of us ever knew the lyrics to anything, and my dad was really good at making them up. So now as a full-grown man, I always make up the lyrics to everything. It was so pretty here about 5 minutes before the live started. The sky was just pink and gorgeous, but the sun is set now, so now it's just different shades of gray. But absolutely a beautiful sunset tonight. We missed it by about 5 to 10 minutes. Gorgeous time to be in California, just after the rain, so the air is crystal clear. You can see forever. I was up at Walt Disney's mansion yesterday, which was the anniversary of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which released in 1937 at Christmas time. And I could see all the way to Catalina from the Hollywood Hills, where the house is located. Absolutely stunning. And then I find myself here today, so kind of a Walt Disney focused Christmas for me. Well, every day is Walt Disney focused for me. Here we are in New Orleans Square. It's busy but not crazy, so there's a line for pirates that queues up over the bridge, but it doesn't go into the rest of the land. Well, it does a little bit, but not too far. Mark Twain over here is under refurbishment. Should open at the beginning part of the year, and then it will be Columbia's turn to go under refurbishment. All of this in preparation for the return of Fantasmic. Fantasmic is being rewritten so that Maleficent will battle Mickey. She always battled Mickey, but she battled him as a dragon. Now she'll be just battling him as Maleficent in her human form. But they're doing something really good for us, Nathan. They're bringing back the Peter Pan segment.
Oh.
So all those people who complained that they replaced Peter Pan with Johnny Depp, they're doing that for you. So we're gonna go up closer to Mansion, and then we'll show everybody Harbor Galley where you got your cookies. Did you finish those cookies?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, maybe. But
ate 6 cookies all by himself.
that is so rude. You should not be fat shaming someone.
I'm not fat shaming you. I'm cookie shaming you. You ate my cookies.
They're in my pocket.
Okay. Don't get between Nathan and a cookie. That's all I can say. What does the wait look like here? 60 minutes. 6-0. There's a reason why the standbys look so long, even though the walkways are mostly empty. All of the pass holders are blocked. These are all tourists in the park, so everybody that's here today bought a ticket. We're here thanks to our partners at Getaway Today. Make it possible for us to buy tickets at a discount. In fact, when you buy your tickets or vacation packages through any link on Mice Chat to Getaway Today, you help support the site, but you also make it possible for us to do things like come to the park on a blocked out day. So we can share it with everybody. So although many of you are blocked and can't be here, we can be here for you and show you what the park looked like. But the reason that the lines look longer than they really are is because tourists buy Lightning Lane. And Lightning Lane makes the standby longer. So more people are using Lightning Lane today than normal because everybody is a tourist. It's very unusual for a Magic Key holder to use Lightning Lane. All right, there's Mark Twain up close. You can see it's still working on it, still some missing windows and gilding and things. Here is Harbor Galley. Cute little place, easy to miss, across from the mansion. I like this little fisherman here. The Harbor Galley Dockside Dining, they have one mobile order window, one regular window, and you can order your chocolate chip cookies there if you get lucky.
Among other things, there's other stuff too. Not just the chocolate.
I mean, they have the lobster roll thingy and the clam chowder. I don't ever eat there because I don't eat that kind of food.
Are you too good for
Look
Harbor
at that.
Galley?
See where the light is shining on the side of Tiana's Bayou Adventure there, Nathan? Doesn't it look like they've knocked out the rock work and you can see the construction on the side of the mountain? I'll try to zoom everyone in. Yeah, see there, like Cyborg Mountain. See what I'm looking at there? I'll just show everybody the rest of the mountain while we're here. The top of the mountain is covered with plastic because they were expecting the rain and they've been painting and reshaping it. They're probably working inside, don't want to get wet. I know I usually, when I'm on these videos, I'm zoomed out so that you get a wider view while we're walking. But now that it's dark while we're doing these lives, because of daylight savings, we are zoomed in 1-to-1, which gives you more light when we walk through, so it looks brighter than it really is.
It's all intentional.
Yep, so not the same experience as our normal lives the rest of the year, but at least you get a nice bright shot, as the sun is definitely set now. Here's that dramatic view of the mountain, Nathan.
I was just going to make a comment that I think someone brought a cigar into the park.
Yeah, definitely. I smell a cigar. I wonder how much longer the briar patch will be here. Obviously themed to Splash Mountain, and it's still there.
Is that 101 Dalmatians merch?
Inside?
Inside, yeah.
It looks like it.
Or it could be from... No, that's my favorite. My second favorite.
Is Dalmatians?
Dalmatians, yeah.
We're not going to go inside because we'll probably...
Oh, it is 101 Dalmatians. It's Patch.
Yeah. That's what they sell inside the shop, folks. Here's some ears from Wish. Nathan was just telling me how much he loves Wish.
That is... I can't say what I'm... If you follow me on social media, then you know my thoughts.
Do not follow him on social media. It's filthy.
I give everybody a warning in my bio.
People don't read, Nathan.
My bio that I so brilliantly crafted is inappropriate,
Okay, enough.
irreverent,
So this
entirely
is
irrelevant.
We're over here at the Hungry Bear, and I'm stopping for a moment because it feels like fall. So here we are almost at Christmas, just a few days away, and it feels like fall. The trees are starting to change colors. Here in California, we have our fall season a little later than the rest of the country. Lots and lots of trees around the resort are starting to lose their leaves and turning brown.
Natalie asks, what has been your favorite holiday dish outside of the festival of holidays?
I just tried the French dip over at Award Wieners today, and it was good. It just had a lot going on. I like a French dip, and they're hard to find right now, but I definitely love that they have one. But here's what they did with it. So it's got the beef and the cheese like you would expect. It has the dip, the au jus, but they also put avocado spread, like a guacamole kind of a thing, and a fried pickle on it, a big giant fried pickle. So there's a lot going on, but it was very good. I just scraped off a lot of the guacamole. Oh, and it also had sauteed onions.
That sounds like a lot. It sounds like a stomach ache.
Well, I'm having one right now.
If only the people watching knew the struggles that you would endure.
Stacy says, avocado on a French dip? Yuck. Well, welcome to California, where they can figure out a way to put avocados on anything. Pizzas, salads, you name it, there's avocado on it. Welcome to California. The other thing we put on everything is salsa and lime. You find it on everything. Cilantro.
The dish that I like, that's not part of Festival of Holidays, does not have avocado, cilantro, or lime.
What does it have?
Or salsa. It is the Filipino feast burrito.
Oh, that's right. Oh, from the food truck over in Hollywoodland.
Yeah.
That is good. But they
It's
also,
pretty crazy.
the one I like that's over there, but I think it is Festival of Holidays
correct.
related, is the holiday empanada. And it's like a Thanksgiving dinner in an empanada. That's very good. But it's fried, it'll also leave you feeling heavy. So interesting to note here, we just walked by that huge queue for Rise of the Resistance. The queue itself is mostly empty. There's just a few people waiting in it. But when we go over here, we'll see that the wait is probably very long. There are just not very many guests not doing Lightning Lane. So the poor people that aren't doing Lightning Lane are really waiting a long time. 55-minute standby for Rise of the Resistance. It's the Rise of the Resistance. 55-minute wait for those few people that you saw outside because everyone else is entering here.
I don't know if I have
Lightning lanes.
the patience to do a full day at Disneyland anymore, these kinds of days.
Yeah, without a lightning lane.
Yeah.
On touristy days. So days when it's mostly pass holders in the park, things are a little more normal feeling. The waits are shorter because pass holders just use standby and everybody's using standby. Very few people using lightning lane, and the lines move as they are designed to. But I don't think we will ever see a time again without some form of lightning lane paid access to the rides because it makes Disney a lot of money.
What if we only switch to a VIP guided tour model?
Everybody's on a guided tour.
Yeah.
Maybe only like a few thousand people in the park a day.
Natalie asks, is Lightning Lane ever longer than standby?
Well, lightning lane, the line is frequently longer than standby, but the wait is always less. Because they will keep lightning lane moving at the expense of standby. There have been times where Space Mountain, for example, had a standby line of 4 hours.
How does a normal person, like, say I'm Ma and Pa Kettle from Kansas.
All right, I can
And-
see it.
Don't imagine too hard. I'm a California boy, thank you very much. Like, they don't know how Lightning Lane works, and they just assume that a 4-hour line for Space Mountain is normal, and they just park their butts down for 4 hours.
Well, that's why they should be reading Mice Chat, because we would tell them never wait that long for anything, because no ride is worth a 4-hour wait, and you will just be disappointed because your expectations go up the longer you wait. So do the things that have a shorter wait and enjoy your day, even if you do miss out on some of the rides that seem important to you. Otherwise, buy Lightning Lane. I hate to say it because I don't like Lightning Lane, but on a day like this, if you don't have it, you are at a real disadvantage.
No
Galaxy's
moon?
Edge, that's no moon. It is. I think you're right. There was a disturbance in the force. It was though a million tourists just cried out. A million magic key holders cried out that they couldn't get park reservations because they're blocked out for the rest of the year. We're going to avoid the rest of Galaxy's Edge. We're just cutting through. Remember the days when Critter Country was a dead end? And you just get stuck back there and you just turn around and walk all the way back the way you came? That's one good thing that Galaxy's Edge gave us is these pass-throughs.
You're so positive.
I am. I'm positive that I really like this. This pass-through.
So, we're
Galaxy's
approaching,
Edge. Frontierland.
We're approaching the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, can Mice Chat readers be on the lookout for something for a year in review
Nope.
from a Mice Chat kind
No,
of perspective?
we never do anything like that. Why are you giving away everything I'm doing? Of course, we will have a year in review. Hopefully, we will have all sorts of thoughts on what's coming in the coming year. But we are still coming to the park. So again, thanks to Getaway Today, we'll be here. We're continuing to shoot photos and look at crowd conditions and monitor what's going on. And speaking of monitoring what's going on, yesterday there was a horrible incident over at the Disneyland Hotel. Somebody called the police and reported an active shooter situation. Thankfully, it was a hoax. However, that hoax impacted thousands of people that were in the area and had to be redirected or evacuated or moved around. It caused a lot of fear, chaos. Absolutely horrible and unfortunate. We do hope that the police are able to track down and prosecute whoever did that. It's absolutely an awful situation. I also hope that it causes Disneyland to revisit their training so they can be better prepared for a situation like that.
Especially with a major holiday around the
Yeah.
corner. Which actually brings me to another question that someone has. Debbie asks, do you brave the park for New Year's Eve?
We used to brave the park for New Year's Eve before it was blocked out. Last year, you know, we were here, we bought tickets, we came for New Year's Eve, and it was torrentially raining and freezing cold, and I stood out in the rain and did a live video.
Yes. We did not even stay until midnight.
Nope.
It was midnight on the East Coast.
We're still trying to figure out what we're doing this year. We'll probably go to Knott's or Universal. Universal does a great New Year's Eve, so does Knott's Berry Farm. They both do fireworks and music, just like Disney does, but of course Disney has blocked all of its magic key holders, all of them.
I'll be outside.
Sorry, we had to do a little dance there because although we're in a very tight walkway here, generally the tighter the walkway, the more tempting it is for people in large groups to just stop and talk.
I like to inconvenience as many people as possible, so I'll park myself in front of a crowded doorway.
He's joking, folks.
Or am I?
No, he is. Beautiful shot of the carousel and the Matterhorn are all illuminated in the background. Absolutely stunning. Pretty.
That is very beautiful.
Pink Dumbo over here.
I don't know if I would do New Year's Eve at Disneyland again because it's so busy.
It wasn't
It's
very
so-
fun. I mean,
They don't do
it
anything.
wasn't fun last year because it was so
rain and so cold.
rainy, and you can't really ride rides and things. Everything's crazy busy, and you just end up waiting for the best fireworks spot. Whereas if you're in the other parks, in Knott's and Universal, it's a lot more going on, a little more fun.
You do get a free plastic hat though. So if you want to look dapper and fancy,
A free pass to what?
you get a free plastic hat that says
Oh,
Happy
plastic
New Year's.
hat.
Yeah. So many of those.
That nice.
Well,
Look in the viewfinder there. See that shot? Isn't that gorgeous?
so pretty. It's prettier than.
So it's not so crazy here, folks. Mr. Toad, for example, has a wait that seems fairly reasonable. I'm not sure what the actual wait time is, but the queue is
15
about
minutes.
half empty. 15-minute wait. That's doable. One of the prettiest spots in the park is Small World Mall. It's also a good place to hang out for fireworks. So assuming you do not want to wait for, you don't want to wait for fireworks on Main Street, you can wait a little less if you go to Rivers of America or Small World Mall. A little more popular on Small World Mall than Rivers of America, where you can usually roll up 10 minutes before and still find a spot. They do projections on the mist screens over at, oh, look at this queue completely full for the teacups. Okay.
Oh, there's the parade.
Oh, we're stuck. Did it start early?
No, it started from Main Street. Forgot about it.
There are a lot of cross-throughs, so don't worry, folks. You're going to get to see a little bit of the parade, and then we'll cross over and finish our video. So enjoy this surprise. We just wrote an article today about, is it time for a Christmas fantasy parade to glow away forever?
I
There's
think
some
we're going to Toontown.
phenomenal
All the way down that walkway,
Parades
fans.
in.
All the way down.
We're crossing over.
Port Ear.
All the way down, friends. All the way down. You're gonna stop in that flow. Please continue all the way down that walkway.
So folks, what you're hearing is how they now manage crowds in Disneyland. Lots of screaming in the park these days because they don't train the cast members anymore. So they just send them off to the job and they scream at you and scream at you and scream at you until they get what they
Please make
want.
your way into the tape, friends. Please make your way into that tape. You guys are heading towards Tomorrowland and Matterhorn.
Sir, do you mind taking a big step to your right for me, please? My friends, I need everybody to take a big step to your right for me, please. If we're looking to cross the street, I need everybody.
So much chaos for nothing, folks. Just ridiculous. So one thing I love about this parade are the toy soldiers and reindeer. But what I hate is this entirely too short music loop, the very minimal parade floats. Parks like Disneyland Paris now have modern parade floats that are a little bit like Paint the Night, but familiar to the holiday style that you know and love.
All the way forward, friends. Crossing over for Matterhorn.
Here's Mrs. Claus. She's working the crowd. She used to have her own float. She got kicked off.
What good Santa helpers you are! Oh,
We'll do a cut through here and we'll get across. See the big giant spaces in the parade that cause long breaks. So this parade runs about 40 to 45 minutes long, which is too long for a parade. And a lot of it is pretty boring. So there's a few big floats that are nice, and then they have these tiny ones that are just like Christmas trees that have no toppers on them, and then these giant books that have words on them.
Did they correct the spelling error this year?
I don't know. Big long line over here for Matterhorn, lots of switchbacks.
Christmas Fantasy?
I'm not a fan of Christmas Fantasy.
But I love it.
I think a lot of people love it. They're
Every
nostalgic
now and
about
then.
it. It's a thing from your childhood. It's 30 years old. So it's been here long enough that some people can't remember a time before it, but I do.
That
The
is
parade
me.
that was before a Christmas Fantasy was a much better parade. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think it's time for a Christmas Fantasy to be replaced by something that uses modern parade building technology, but has a lot of nostalgic things still in it. So they can still have the reindeer and the toy soldiers and Santa,
Like what's happening at Paris.
which is a beautiful parade. The other thing is that music, that short music loop, and it just over and over drives me insane.
What a hater.
I am.
The Christmas Fantasy is supposed to inspire love and joy and peace in the world.
Not to me. It just makes my ears bleed. I see it once every year. We record it on its first day for the mice chatters so that we can see what they've changed and what they've cut back, because every year there's a little bit of a cutback. And then I try not to watch it again. There are other things at the resort, though, I love. I love the fireworks. Believe in holiday magic. Even though that old lady just wants to reach out and touch you once more, it's still a great fireworks show.
Okay, so it's my turn to be a hater.
All right.
Do you know why my favorite fireworks show is Believe in Holiday Magic?
Why?
Because there's no one to sing poorly while I'm listening to the show.
You think that the other fireworks shows have bad music?
They have bad music. particularly Halloween screams. It literally makes me want to claw my ears out.
I love that one, but I can say I know what you're talking about.
The
that like boy
band cover of all the songs.
Yeah, it's a little
oh
much.
my gosh, it makes me want to leave immediately. So, a purely instrumental show with the ending tag, "Believe in magic, something, something, something." It's great. I can handle that. But if it's a 15-minute show of just screechy vocals,
Nathan, we have a request from Trina Norris who says she thinks she missed a live where we may have shown the children of the corn in their holiday outfits this year. So I just want to assure you that we will stop by and say hello to them today. We did briefly last week show them. We had a friend of ours from Australia, AJ, joining us, and he had never seen the Children of the Corn. So I took him in there, but the store was so packed we couldn't get close. But I did point them out. But we'll try to go from the front this time so you can say hello to our favorite kids.
yes. Someone gave you a Christmas card last week.
I have to really thank the week before last, after the live, one of our viewers and mice chatters tracked me down and gave me a Christmas card and a little present. And later, when I got home and had a chance to read the card, I was in tears. This one, it was so sweet. But written in there was the Holy Trinity of Dusty, which is, of course, the Children of the Corn, the Judgmental Frog, and Murder Beaver. So that's the Holy Trinity of Mice Chat: Murder Beaver, Children of the Corn, and Judgmental Frog. Somebody that really knows Mice Chat. They've let the inmates out, apparently.
You can't make those kinds of jokes,
So, look at this.
Dusty.
Look how pretty the Space Mountain looks with the lighting.
It is very
Do you
pretty.
like it, or would you rather it be all white?
I wish it was seasonally appropriate.
Oh, like red and green.
Red
would
and
have been
green,
good. Yeah.
or gold and
that. I think you're
blue.
right.
It's very Halloween-y. But considering that Nightmare Before Christmas has been at Haunted Mansion since before Halloween, I guess
You know what the real Nightmare Before Christmas is? A Christmas fantasy parade.
that is so unfair.
Here's a DVC booth that's been redone recently. We're going to take you over to DCA and show you another DVC property that's on the way. They're taking the old Blue Sky Cellar, which itself was the old tasting room, kind of never was really used properly, and they're turning it into, we believe, a DVC lounge.
That's the name that they're going with?
DVC lounge?
No. Oh, I thought it was called We Believe, a DVC lounge.
Or believe, exclamation point, a DVC lounge. So two things coming up here for us to look at beyond the 25-minute wait for Star Tours is Astro Orbiter, which is all walled off,
I hope they take it away.
being disassembled. Unfortunately, Nathan, it's just a refurbishment, a very extensive one. But if they're taking it apart, wouldn't it be great if they just moved it somewhere else?
Like, in the garbage?
It's send it to Knott's Berry Farm.
There were a
Beautiful
lot of
castle in the
questions.
distance. We can't get too close to it because of the parade. However, we are going to enjoy this distance view. And then the second thing I want to show you is we're going to take a look at the stick in the sky, which is all that's left of Astro Orbiter. There it is. Look at that. Everything removed.
Good.
Lots of screaming. As I said, Christmas at Disneyland is all about the screaming.
This sign is off kilter.
Yeah, it's a little lopsided, but they did replace it, Nathan.
Yeah.
And if you look at the garden, they sort of did the garden, but there they show it as like waves of color. Here it's just like sparsely planted desert plants. And this is hasn't had 3 years now. 3 years. I'm just looking at this.
This is as good as it's gonna get. I love it. It's so beautiful.
It's the theme of the new Tomorrowland. It's,
Okay, this is my least favorite.
it will never be complete.
Clearly, you just
Walt
don't know when
Disney
to.
said, yeah, they'll put something out. Imagineering said that Walt said he wanted it to never be complete, and it won't be. So we are of course stuck here because they won't let us go that way. They've got ropes up for no reason. And then over here, we're stuck until the cross-through happens. It's going to happen any second now, I think just after Woody.
This is my least favorite part of the show.
The Toy Story
The
part.
Toy Story part. It just drives me crazy.
I thought you were nostalgic about this parade.
Everything except for this float. The sound of the winding and the ticking and the just drives me crazy. It triggers me in ways that I don't have words for.
All right, the crowds are mooing. Yeah. You don't like that sound? Pop.
No, I don't.
Run! So you're experiencing Disneyland exactly like a real guest, folks. These are all the things you deal with in the park at this time of year. The parade cross-through.
There's something so wholesome
The really bad.
about tripping over people and being yelled at by cast members.
Yeah, crowd control is not what it used to be. They also have far fewer people doing crowd control in many places than they used to. Now we're over to the hub, so it will disperse here quickly, but we'll get to enjoy a couple of nice views. We are, however, going to miss the Children of the Corn because they're sending us to the wrong side of the street. So we can't get over there, but I'll post a picture in the Monday update. I took one earlier that I'm very proud of. I couldn't be more proud of the Children of the Corn. They're growing up so beautifully, Nathan. They're such good kids. All they want is just to consume your soul. Luckily, Nathan's lucky because he has no soul for them to consume.
That's not fair. I'm only partially redheaded, only in my beard.
You can't say that, Nathan. You'll get in trouble.
With
Look,
whom?
there's the backside of magic. La 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 la. That's not snow, it's bubbles. See all the bubbles, Nathan? Bubbles.
It's just large format Snoke.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. All right. When we started this video, just ahead of us, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. There was a little more light in the sky then. It's now pitch black out.
I want eggnog. And I don't know where I can find it here.
You know, there's nothing more healthy than a good old-fashioned nog. When I was a kid, I had an uncle that told me that a nog was an animal. And they milked the nogs to get that milk.
And then
I
you
believed
being,
it for a long time.
And then if I know you at all, and I feel like I know you pretty darn well, you immediately told that to your sister once you found out that it was a hoax.
And continued
And
to
then-
tell her, yes. All of my siblings. I'm the eldest of 5. It's a substantial amount of hazing that goes on being one of my siblings. Usually involving telling them that rides that have loops don't have loops and things like that. So even though it's cold out, I'm sweaty.
I'm sweaty.
It's humid.
When your little sister came out and you did a day in the park with them,
Yep.
you told your poor nephew that Winnie the Pooh had a loop.
The Christmas Fantasy Parade is over, folks.
Are we going through the overflow or are we going through Main Street?
I think these people might enjoy the overflow. All right, folks, real quick, we're coming to a decision point. Main Street or overflow? Main Street or overflow? Which would you rather see? Be quicker for us to take the overflow, so
And
that
that's
is where
where we're
headed.
being directed.
It would have been almost impossible to get the other direction. Sometimes you don't have control. Give up the control to your Disney overlords. They're sending us back this way to the meatpacking plant where we will be turned into tomorrow's French dip. Some people are trying to get into the candy store, which is, of course, a mistake. It's very busy. There we go. So where we're headed is sort of unique, folks. So the longest time you couldn't ever go back here unless you were an employee. We are directly behind the Coke corner and the candy shop right now. To our right is Jungle Cruise. So what you're seeing here is the backstage area. They've tried to dress it up over the years by putting these awnings in and some attraction posters and these screens. All right. We're gonna have to hurry because they don't want us to film back here, and I don't want them to make me turn off this video. So we're just gonna walk fast.
How are we supposed to know?
Exactly, I'm already back here. Like, it's not backstage if they're sending everybody here. It's like, this is on stage now.
I mean, if it's themed, then it's supposed to be on stage, in my opinion.
Exactly, they've got it all themed out. If they're not proud of it, they don't want it to be filmed, then they shouldn't let anyone back here. That's my philosophy. But signs like the delivery sign here and all of the attraction posters used to be pretty dumpy and smelly back here, but they've really cleaned it up. What you're seeing directly ahead of you is the backside of Walt's apartment. Those stairs are how you enter. Of course, last week was the anniversary of Walt's death. And here we are in Town Square. Boom, quickest way out of the park. Most of the windows around the Disneyland Emporium are working again. If they're not working, they are at least lit. And look, suddenly, Nathan, you can walk. There's very few people. It's like we're in a whole different world. There's the Twilight Zone.
Once Christmas Fantasy clears out, the magic is gone.
When we entered that backstage area, it was 2023. And now, it's 1955 with few guests. Their feet sinking slowly into the pavement that had just been laid.
They're not
No
dressed
water
up.
fountains working in the whole park.
They're not wearing suits and dresses, though.
Couldn't afford it.
Kristen asks, what is your favorite holiday treat?
Favorite holiday treat?
I have mine already.
Well, I
figured
like
out.
the Mickey gingerbread cookie
But
from...
which one? There's so many different.
The one from the Grand Californian,
The
which is
one-
the same as the one from in the park, but $1.50 more. And that's the one I like, the more expensive one.
You're so bougie.
I am.
But my favorite holiday treat is also found at the same place.
Which is?
The hot chocolate.
With booze or without booze?
Are there kids watching?
No, no kids are watching, just adults.
Then with the booze.
With yeah, there are kids watching. Thank you, ladies. Happy holidays. Happy holidays, everyone.
Did you know in the Irving Berlin song, Happy Holidays,
Yeah.
he doesn't say Happy Holidays until the middle of the song.
What does
He
he
just
say
says Happy
before?
Holiday.
Happy holiday.
Yeah.
Happy holiday. And he says it again because he can't remember the lyrics, right?
Natalie says I'm on the naughty list. Well, I just
Natalie.
want to let you know I worked hard to be there.
Natalie says that you're on the naughty list or
Yes.
she's on the naughty
That
list?
Nathan is on the naughty
Oh,
list.
yeah, Nathan's on the naughty list.
Whenever I had to introduce myself in like ice-breaking groups, it was always either negative Nathan or naughty Nathan.
That's all.
And they're both accurate.
You're going to have to get us into the park because
What is this version of this song?
with the children
This
screaming.
is horrible.
We're going to do a little
There's
spin. I like
somebody-
to do a spin. Signature Dusty move. Ladies and gentlemen, Disneyland 360. Look at that sky.
This is like 90s camp.
I didn't know what an Excelsis was as a kid, and the song always made me very uncomfortable. Like I didn't understand
I'm
what was
surprised
happening.
that you didn't automatically assume that they were talking about Shelties, given that's your favorite kind of dog.
In eggshell teas.
Hello. Doing well. How about yourself?
I am good, thank you.
This is me.
There we go.
Then I got the guy behind me.
All right, the one recording.
Thank
Have a
you.
good one.
Thank you.
Holiday
Happy
season.
You
holidays.
too. All right, we have arrived. Imagine
Oh.
the 1920s, 1930s. Walt has arrived in California. Oswald's gas station is, of course, already selling Oswald merchandise and ears. The local Five and Dime has a family with two dads and their son,
Gay rights.
and they've all been at California Adventure a little too long because look at how happy they are. You know what he's saying? I can't believe they bought tickets to Disneyland, but not to the right park. Something going on in all the stores right now. I'm not going to really take you
Oh
in
my
because we
God.
will lose our
2024 merchandise.
Yeah, well, one, 2024 merchandise is here, but also there's a lot of sales going on right now. 25% off, 30% off, 50% off some of the items. Really crazy. All of the stuff for Disney 100 is at least 30% off, even the collectible merchandise. Then they have a lot of Christmas merchandise that's 25% off, some of it 50. I think that's a pretty good deal. The train set this year, really big size Disneyland train set, 50% off. It was $150, it's now $75.
Our beloved author Christy says that she believes that there's an eggnog drink at Cozy Cone. So
There was a drink, one of the festival cocktails this year is an eggnog. Remember I had it and it was like
no.
$16?
you had a tiramisu.
No, I think it was a nog.
Yeah, it was a.
Nog.
I think it was called a holiday nog. I
Say
don't know.
nog.
Trina said that
This Spirit jersey right here, the sweater one with Minnie Mouse, and there's another one with Mickey Mouse. Been very popular this year. You see whole families in it. Whole families,
where are we
all
going?
dressed alike.
My favorite mannequin is this one because she's so severe.
She's not happy. Look at her. She's not happy. Again, she cannot believe he bought tickets to California Adventure. All she wanted to do was ride Jungle Cruise. That beautiful tree. So we need to talk about something, Nathan, because soon, on these very streets, there'll be a new parade. There's a new Pixar parade coming this spring. And they're going to do a whole Pixar Fest with special entertainment, a parade here over at Disneyland, the return of the Pixar fireworks with new scenes.
That was so good. I love that one.
But there's some other things entertainment-wise coming in the new year. And I'm just going to do another classic Dusty spin while we talk about them. Returning, Mickey's Mix Magic fireworks. Boo. Also returning, Wondrous Journeys fireworks. Hooray.
Yes.
Also returning, Pixar fireworks. Hooray. Also returning, Fantasmic. Hooray, mostly. Although we wish there was a dragon coming, but not. And then I think there's some other little things returning, and there are new nighttime
What about
after-hours
World
parties.
of Color 1?
World of Color 1, I think, is returning. I don't think they've said which World of Color, so we assume it's 1.
Imagine them going back to the standard World of Color show
Oh,
when
I
there's
can't.
an infinitesimally better show.
Although 1 is not that much better. I don't really like World of Color 1.
Oh, MJ says this is his first time here, and he's asking where we're headed. I have no idea, so you're gonna have to take that one.
I'm not sure. I think we're headed down here to look at the construction. And then depending on how much time we have, we'll probably wrap around Pixar Pier, the front part.
Really?
Over by the bridge.
The unthemed part of California Adventure?
Yes. That's right.
they're-
We're gonna look at the wait times real fast. The mistletoe. So we've been mostly excited to see that Disney has released so much information about what's coming next year. They released their entire schedule of festivals and special events. 70 minutes for Web Swingers, 80 minutes for Radiator Springs Racers, 55 minutes in Credicoaster, 50 minutes touring around the world, Monsters Inc. 30 minutes, 60 minutes for Pixar Pal Around. It's busy over here.
You
It also is Festival of the Holidays.
We forgot to mention Magic Happens returning.
Magic Happens is returning. See, I mentioned it. Magic Happens returning. Of course, we knew Magic Happens would return because they built that brand new parade that debuted 2 weeks before the pandemic. Then it was in storage for years. They finally brought it back last year, and it's only run, for a fairly short period of time. So they haven't even run that parade for a full year.
So
They got to get their money out of it. You know what other parade they have not really gotten their money out of, Nathan?
Electro.
Yeah, you're getting there. Electrostatic, magnetic.
No.
Paint the Night.
Is it? No. I was just thinking light magic.
Oh, well, that one's gone. They packed that one up into little pieces. Paint the Night has really been underutilized, and we know they had some troubles with the costumes entering cast members, etc. But fix it already. Get the parade back, folks. Put them in jumpsuits, for God's sakes, but bring back that beautiful parade. We're looking at construction walls, Nathan. A long line of construction walls. We're right over here at the winery. So this was Blue Sky's cellar. This building you're seeing, barely in the dark. And they're turning it into some sort of a DVC-related something or another.
I liked the name that you unintentionally gave it. Believe, a DVC lounge.
Believe, exclamation point, a DVC adventure. It's the happy holidays, folks, here in Carlsland. Season speedings.
So we were talking about entertainment and stuff coming in the new year. So does that mean that Disney 100 is officially coming to an end?
I think so. We just saw the merchandise is all marked down 30% off. They're bringing back all of this other entertainment. They are bringing back for a very short period of time Wondrous Journey, so that might be their grand farewell, but that's it. And we think that Disney 100 is mostly done now. They did such a bad job promoting Disney 100. Like, it started off with a bang, and then it just at some point started to peter out. Like,
did it really start with the bang though?
I mean,
let's
kind
be
of.
honest.
They opened Mickey
Runaway
Minnie's
Railway.
Runaway Railway. They put all of the Disney 100 decor everywhere. They had new merchandise.
So
They
much
had
of that
new
decor
food.
didn't get put up until the middle part of, they didn't finish the castle until well after the celebration had already started.
That's because they made the toppers wrong and they wouldn't fit. There's the back side of that construction, so it wraps all the way around that building. It's a big construction project. Ice cream set at the in here in a while, but
I have not.
they've added a lot of extra lanterns and things for Christmas time. The beautiful bridge, the lights on Pixar Pier. Last weekend, I watched World of Color for the first time from Lamplight Lounge downstairs. You could feel the
Follow our
by so much.
wrote a guide on how to dine and watch World of Color.
She did, and that's why I was inspired to see if they had a reservation. They did. I asked if I could be on the downstairs patio. I didn't even ask for a specific spot, and they sat me right on the railing. Pretty cool. Look at this view.
Are we taking bets on how long these Christmas trees are going to be up this year?
Last year they had a big windstorm, and it knocked the light sideways on one of them and off of another one, and then they just left them in the lagoon for months.
It's always Christmas in your heart.
You know what else you haven't seen yet, Nathan, is they added Lightning Lane to the Little Mermaid.
Oh, that's right. That's bound to be a cluster.
Let's see how it looks. We're doing good on time. Like 5 minutes left or so. We've also been noting all the burned out light bulbs everywhere. The Golden Zephyr has lots of problems. You'll notice some of the cars look like they're being dragged along by only one strand or none. These entire strands of lights are out. Entire strands are out here. Entire strands are out on the pal around. Every building in Pixar here has burned out light bulbs.
Oh my gosh.
So you can't enter here at the entrance.
Wow.
They have
I saw
sign
a
there,
comment.
Cast members, and it makes you feel like it's closed, but you go down to where the overflow area is, and that's the new entrance.
There was a comment that I saw that I couldn't wrap my head around. It was asking if the exit for the Little Mermaid was still the entrance, and I didn't respond to it because I had no idea.
Sense, yeah. Now you know they're correct.
That is wild.
Pass holder shirt says Magic Key, but there aren't very magic. That is Fat Cat Swingers.
Swing.
Let's hear it again.
Not
The
an
Fat
S.
Cat. Yeah,
Swinger.
they're swingers.
They're not swingers.
Yep.
Or I mean,
They're
no
not
judgment.
leaving with the same wives and girlfriends they came here with.
Or husbands and boyfriends.
Or correct.
You can't be so closed-minded these days, Dusty.
I'm not. Eyes wide open. So you can see there's not even that many people in the line right now. It's like a hoops to go all the way down here to the exit. But they're prepared for a big line. See this giant overflow switchback in front of the
Here too?
back here. So here it is. Stand by to your right, lightning lane to your left. Here are the little scan. Temporary ones, so they're not built into the ground. So they're on those little posts that can be moved around because they're not in the same exact location they were last week. Yeah, see all the burned out strands and lights on this ride? And then at the top, look how many lights are burned out at the top.
How long has it been since you've done a Disneyland Blues?
Oh, last week we did a bunch of lights up. It's ridiculous, $1 a day for a one-day, one-park ticket. And in order to enjoy yours, the rides are breaking down, the lights are all burned out, like, it's unacceptable. The maintenance has to get better. They're charging top dollar, charging more than any other theme park in the area, and the other theme parks are doing their maintenance for the most part. Knox looks great.
We're entering a little bit of a Patchy
Dead zone. All right. So we're going to say adieu. Folks, we hope you have enjoyed this holiday journey through Disneyland and California Adventure. Are we still live? Yes, we are. Nathan, it is so great to have you on the live with us this week. We miss you. We wish you well at school, that your operatic stylings get you on the stage in Vienna or someplace incredible. And we hope that you'll be able to join us in
Paris,
the
California.
New year. In Paris, California. Happy holidays, everyone. May your Christmas, if you celebrate it, be merry and bright. And if you don't, enjoy the lights and the deals on Tuesday. We'll be back with you again. We have a Monday update coming on Monday, so I am giving up my Christmas Eve to write you all a Monday update for Christmas Day. Believe it or not, that's what I'm committed to. And next week, I'm giving up New Year's Eve to do the same exact thing. New Year's Eve is a Sunday. Monday is when we would publish our Monday update. I gotta get work done for you all, so I'm gonna do it. And then we'll be into a new year and be talking all about that. And with that, we come to the shining end of another Disneyland Live. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care. Dusty, have you been naughty or nice?